This Halloween, give them a chill. Come to Party City and dress to thrill.
This is Thriller.
Right now, kids' costumes from $9.99. Adult costumes from $19.99. Plus, turn your home into a house of horrors. Party City. Nobody has more Halloween for less.
Hello, everybody. My name is Logan Kaler, and welcome to an episode of Deadly Duos. Now, I'm sure you guys are so used to me saying Triple Terror. Deadly Duos is the alternative to if I don't have 3 props to cover and just have 2. So that's kind of what we're dealing with today with, our lineup. So today we are discussing the Little Pale Girl from Terrifier 2 and the sKill Crane. Now, both of these are by Seasonal Visions, just saying that ahead of time, so I don't have to keep saying this is by SVI, this is by SVI. And both of them are a Crazy Create hybrid. Now, before we really jump into this, I want to say something directly to Party City if they're watching, my coverage videos. I just want to say thank you for having probably one of the most enjoyable lineups to cover. I have had so much fun discussing your lineup this year. I think that you guys have brought such a fun and diverse group of props this year. And I know I've been pretty harsh on some of them, but I do honestly think that you guys did a really good job. I think that this is a really strong year for you guys in general. I think your prices this year are fairly decent. So, from the bottom of my cold, spooky heart, thank you for making this an enjoyable season. And I am so excited to see your products in stores this year at my local Halloween city. I cannot wait to feature some of your products here on this channel. And I'm just, I've had so much fun really talking about these props. And I do genuinely enjoy critiquing things. It is fun for me, Just because I critique a product does not mean I don't like it. I always like to critique items. It's just, what I do. So, with that message out of the way, let's jump right into it with our first member of Deadly Duos, Little Pale Girl. Now, the Little Pale Girl was from Terrifier 2, and right off the bat is a pretty decent licensed character. She stands at 4'8", and it's $175. Now, Little Pale Girl features a pretty good amount of animation. She waves, her head tilts, and she wriggles her arm around that's holding the dead possum. Now, if you've never seen Terrifier 2, I'm sure you're a little bit confused as to why she has a dead possum. There was a scene in the movie where our duotagonist, I think is what it's called, fights a dead possum at his school and, kind of pokes him with a stick. And then she, picks it up and, torments him with it, basically, is the word I'm looking for. So, that's kind of why she's got a dead possum. It is a pretty iconic scene, though I will say a more iconic scene is when she's holding Art's severed head towards the end of the movie. And no, Art's not dead, obviously, because we're getting a third movie. So that really shouldn't be much of a, oh no, you spoiled it, he's dead. And if you haven't seen him by now, I'm sorry, but you should have seen them. So, yeah. But I do understand why they did the possum, because it probably would be more difficult to have her hold Art's severed head when she is meant to go with Art the Clown, which is probably why she has such great value, because they want her to sell alongside with him. And it's a lot harder to sell 2 props together when they're both really expensive. Now, right off the bat, I do see a problem with the Little Pale Girl. And again, I watched the movie, so, I have a pretty decent understanding of her. And even last night, I looked up pictures of her just for extra reference to make sure I wasn't crazy. She does not get down and bloody in the movie. Like, she does not get all gory and bloody like this. This does not represent her at all. I don't know why they basically made her super gory and bloody, because she's not. She doesn't kill anybody. She just holds like a dead possum. So I was a little confused on why she's bloody like Art when she doesn't kill anyone. If that makes sense, like she doesn't kill people. So I don't know. She does not get bloody in the movie. She's pretty clean and she's pretty consistent throughout the entire film. So I'm just a little confused as to why they went this direction with her. It's just weird. It's weird for someone who watched Terrifier 2, because she's only from the second movie. Other than that, she looks pretty decent. The sculpt is nice. I'm pretty sure she does actually have the weird jacked up teeth that they depicted her with. Again, the gums too bright. The mouth a little too bright, because she does have like the dark, gross gums and the gross teeth that Art the Clown features. She's basically the like female counterpart to Art the Clown, but like very supernatural. Like, most people can't see her. She's a very weird character in the series, and I hope they explore her a little more, because I think she's like a dead kid. I'm not sure. Another thing I really don't like is the possum. I almost would have preferred if they just didn't do the possum at all, and she just waved her hand, because she does kind of, you know, screw with you more than Art does. Like, Art attacks you. She just kind of screws with people, if that makes sense. I mean, she does get a little violent, but not nearly as bad as Art does. So I think it would have been better off if she didn't have the possum, because the possum just looks like a straight up plush toy. I mean, this thing, like, I'm pretty sure she, like, ripped out its guts and shit and, like, threw it at the kid and, like, got him in trouble, basically. So I definitely don't see a reason why. I guess she did get a little bloody, because I'm pretty sure she was eating the possum, but she didn't get, like, this bloody. Like, she didn't look like she just went on a murderous rampage like Art did. But that's really my biggest complaint with it. Again, like, everything else, pretty consistent. I just, you know, don't know why they went, like, this direction. Another thing, too, in one of the scenes, she's actually holding a baby doll. That would have been better, too, if she just had the doll. Because she does hold, like, a baby doll when she's in the, what was it? The haunted house, the Terrifier, funny enough. So that alone probably would have been a smarter choice. And again, to just make her cleaner, because she doesn't get that bloody in the movie. I don't really remember her getting hardly bloody at all. Maybe a little bit here and there, but not like freaking drenched. Yeah, I'm looking at more, like, better references, and yeah, she does have, like, a little splat of blood here and there, but she's not nearly as, like, gross as Art. So I don't know. Probably would have, weirdly enough, held off on the gore in this one, because they had a little too much. But I get it, they probably did it for the sake of production. But I just would not have made it this gory. But 175 was a pretty good deal. And she just plays the Terrifier theme song, by the way. So she doesn't have all of the additional sound effects, which I'm glad, because I could totally see SVI try to give her like little girl giggling. I would not be surprised if that was like on a prototype. If she had like giggling. That just seems like a very SVI-ism thing to do. But she's cool. I mean, she's neat looking. I like her that her eyes light up, because that is a scene where her eyes do light up. So I think that is kind of a cool thing. And you can always disconnect if you don't like it. So yeah, little pale girl. And let's run her demo. On to the final animatronic on this segment of Deadly Duos. So this is a sKill crane. I'm going to be super upfront and honest and say that I don't really like this that much. I personally just think that Popcorn Machine didn't need a remake. Like, not a remake, like a reskin. And instead, Popcorn Machine should have just returned. And I know I'm not the only one with that opinion. And even the sKill crane lovers do kind of agree, some of them do, that Popcorn Machine should have also returned alongside with this. I just don't like sKill crane. And there's a few reasons why. I do want to address one common hate for this that I will defend, and it's the colored balls. I actually do understand where they went with this concept, because there are some like sKill crane machines where they do hide the toys, especially if it's smaller, in little colored capsules. Think quarter machines. I've seen some like this. I've seen it more so in like Eastern countries like Japan, more so than Western countries like, America. I used to be a huge weeb, that's why I wouldn't know that. That's how I kind of recognized that gimmick. I was like, okay, yeah, I see what they did. And with SVI being mainly Eastern-based, I saw what they did. So I was not totally shocked by this concept, and I was like, hey, it's kind of cute. And it is a clever way to hide Mr. Teddy. And I do think that he is hidden better than the Popcorn Machine Clown. I definitely will not lie to you guys on that front. I think how he hides is definitely a little more like flush. I think it's just all the balls make it look a little more organic. So we just say balls like that. But I think it does help him hide a little more. What I really just don't like, and it ruins the whole prop for me, is the look of Mr. Teddy himself. Especially seeing him compared to Barnaby from Spirit, right? Two bear props, both done by SVI, right? I don't like that Mr. Teddy looks cheap. To me, Mr. Teddy's sculpt is more so reminiscent of those Dollar Tree evil bear, panda, whatever masks. And that completely ruined it for me. I would have rather liked him looking like a grizzly bear or some creepy patchwork bear. Something that just didn't look as cheap. Because this looks cheap to me, wholeheartedly. I just don't like it. Or even if they did like a whole upper torso grizzly bear, like a demented, like stuffed bear, where he has his little claws up and it's just the whole torso popping up, that probably would have saved it a little more. But they did really go with that, and I just don't like how they did this. I do like he's got a little bit of blood around his mouth. I mean, I think it's cool. The whole gimmick's fun, you know. I like in the background, it's got like a generic picture of a teddy bear, and it says, "Find Mr. Teddy." You know, I do like a lot of the things they did with it. The audio is really cute. I like that it highlights the kill and skill crane. And I like on the side, if I can find it, it said, I think this is Teddy Bear was here, or Deddy Bear was here. I can't really see it very well, but I like that there's little fun details that they added. So I will give credit where credit's due. And I do think it was smart adding the additional animation of the claw moving around. That was cool. That was cool. It's just the bear ruined the whole thing for me. It did. Am I surprised this thing is selling as well as it is? No. The popcorn machine clown sold like hotcakes when it first came out. This thing's already sold out completely. Like, it's sold out for pickup. I think at all the Indiana stores, and it's completely sold out on shipping. Not surprised. I would be really disappointed for the skill crane lovers if they didn't bring this back next year, like they did with the popcorn machine clown. I would be really annoyed with Party City if they made the decision to just kill this after 1 year. Be like Spirit, be like your competitor, right? And bring back your high-performing products, because that's what you ought to do. Trust me when I tell you this, your sales will do fine. You will probably make more money if you keep bringing back the props that sell well. Just saying. I'm just saying that because I really want Popcorn Machine Clown, and a lot of other people do too, but none of us want to pay $500 for Popcorn Machine Clown, okay? And I know nobody's going to want to pay $500 for Skill Crane when the scalpers buy it out. So, I'm just saying, you know, don't make the same mistake you did with Popcorn Machine Clown, and it's never too late to bring back Popcorn Machine Clown. I'm just saying. But I do like that SVI is really doing the more CCL and Techie-like jump scares with that pop-up module that Techie themselves really pioneered. So I had to get a drink there. My throat was getting sore. So I'm glad to see that SVI is really pushing themselves to make scarier props. So I wish they chose a different sculpt that didn't look nearly as cheap. It's flat. There's just not a lot there for me. You know, I look at props, I look for props that just have a little more visual interest, and to me, this just looks really cheap. It looks like a Walmart mask with LEDs and the eye sockets. And the eye sockets don't even look like they fit right. So I'm being honest, you know. I'm not gonna lie and be like, oh well, this is the greatest thing in the world. No. I don't think this is a Party City-ism. I think this is definitely an SVI thing. You could have done better on this SVI, if I can be like brutally honest here. You could have done something way cooler. You could have made it look like a guy, like a creepy serial killer wearing a teddy bear face. So you have like this creepy guy's face peering out from behind the teddy bear. That would have been cool. That would have been so cool. Just saying. Just throwing out concepts here for you guys to use. Use my ideas. I don't care. I'm not going to sue you. You can literally contact me and be like, can we use this thing? Yeah. Can we give you an NDA? Sure. Make it legal. I don't care. This would be cooler. Just saying. That's all I'm saying. Is a creepy guy wearing the teddy bear, like basically he ripped it off the bear, would be so much cooler and so much creepier. It would be so uncanny. So, but yeah, that's just me. Again, I like the voice. The kind of Barker sounding voice. Not like the carnival Barker prop that we got, but like it just sounds like a Barker type character. I like that you can hear like the coin being inserted. I think that's really fun as well. And I like the music as well. It's fun. It's a fun prop. Now, someone, I can't remember, I'm really terrible with names, said that this was the only prop that was push button activated. I hope they misspoke, and I hope this does have a motion sensor for the sake of the people who are buying it, because I think that will ruin it. Because I feel like that's what saved the popcorn machine clown, is that it had the sensor. So, you know, don't ruin it. It looks like it has a motion sensor, but I also don't have a close enough picture of the actual module to give you guys like a definitive yes it does, no it doesn't. But to me personally, that's what it looks like. It has at the very bottom where it has the on and off switch, the what do you call it? The volume knob. I think it's what that circle is. I hope. I also don't like that they made the speaker and the button red. Well, the button being red is fine. The speaker should be blue. So, yeah, that's really it. Again, I don't love it, but like, if you do, I understand why. At first, I didn't. You know, I had so many back and forths with my friend Ryden. You know, he's obsessed with this thing. And I didn't understand why he liked it at first. But now I've come around, not to liking it, but to understanding the novelty of it and to why people like it more. So I'm not going to judge you as hard. But it's you know, it's okay. It's okay. It's not my favorite. But yeah, that has been the final episode involving Party City. Next up, we will be going through the behemoth that is Spirit Halloween. So buckle up, Buttercups, because we have a lot of props to cover. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hey, check out this cool demo. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
Step right up, thrill seekers. Prepare to be mesmerized by the prizes within. Try to win if you dare.